Deep in the heart of a neutral territory, we find the world's most expensive enclosure, the International Summit. To the casual observer, it is a gathering of titans. To the narrator, it is a high-stakes game of musical chairs, where the chairs cost $1 billion each. Look closely at the corner. President Biden is currently engaged in a silent battle with a teleprompter. He treats the device like a stray cat he knows it's there. He wants to be friends with it, but he's not entirely sure if it's going to bite him. He smiles, a radiant display of Midwestern warmth, while secretly trying to remember if the man he's talking to is the Prime Minister of Norway or the guy who fixes his Wi-Fi. Across the rug, President Macron is performing what can only be described as competitive. Listening, he nods with such intensity that his scarf is at risk of structural failure. He is explaining something complex to Olaf Scholz, who has mastered the art of looking like a mannequin in a high-end hardware store. Scholz doesn't speak. He simply exists in a state of fiscal discipline so rigid it could crack a diamond. Suddenly, a disturbance in the force. Justin Trudeau glides into the room, radiating the energy of a man who has just finished a yoga session and wants you to feel bad about your posture. He apologizes to a marble pillar for standing in its way. Behind him, Rishi Sunak, whichever British leader, the revolving door has spat out this morning, is frantically checking his phone to see if he still has a job. He looks like a tech intern who wandered into a coronation by mistake. In the center of the room sits President Xi, the human personification of a read receipt. He doesn't need to move. He simply watches, projecting the calm of a man who knows exactly what everyone had for breakfast, including the secret snacks they hid in their briefcases. He shares a brief, icy glance with Narendra Modi, who is busy taking a panoramic selfie that manages to include 3 billion people and a very impressed statue of Zeus. The tension reaches a fever pitch as the group moves toward the ceremonial signing table. There is only one gold pen. Georgia Maloney eyes the pen with the suspicion of a woman who knows exactly how much the ink cost and who is going to pay for it. They all gather for the final photo. They stand shoulder to shoulder, a line of people who collectively control the fate of the species. Yet none of them can figure out which little red light on the camera to look at. They smile, the shutters click, and for one brief moment, the world is at peace, mostly because they're all too busy, holding their breath to start a war. The summit is over. No borders were moved, but several appetizers were neutralized. The leaders depart, leaving behind a trail of secret memos and a very confused catering staff. The planet survives another day, largely out of spite.